Today I'm going to be sharing with you one quick tip to turn your drum fills from okay to awesome. So just for some context, my day job is I primarily teach very early entry-level drummers, people who have often never touched a drum kit before, up to people who are sort of getting to grips with playing this awesome instrument we play called the drums. One thing I notice in all new drummers is everybody naturally wants to hit everything as hard as they can with every single hit. And it's a really hard habit to break, right? When you visualize what drummers look like, but when you're not a musician, you just think everyone's going crazy. And drummers with a bit more experience will know that's not the case. The nuance to how hard we hit things, dynamics, is what makes a beat or a drum fill sound good. So that's the theme of this tutorial and this quick tip, dynamics. So just to explain what that means in drumming terms, it means the loud bits and the quiet bits, right? So that drum fill that you heard me play at the start of this video, I'm going to play that to you again now, but with no dynamics. Everything's going to be at equal velocity. Now, just for context, I'll play it again with some dynamics involved. And hopefully you can hear that just by adding a little bit of varied volume, it brings the fill to life and it sounds so much better. So I'm keeping this quite simple, this tutorial. This is aimed at beginners. So the way we're going to do this, it doesn't matter what fill you're playing, whether you're playing along to my fill or a different one. All I want you to do is keep whatever fill you're playing, keep your lead hand, which in my case is my left because I'm an awkward lefty, but most likely it's your right hand. Keep that hand doing all the accents and practice your less dominant hand, for me, my right, most likely for you, your left, doing more ghosted notes or just quieter notes. So you get that difference in volume just between the two hands with whatever pattern you're playing. So whether you're just going around the world, or whether you're doing something a bit more linear and kind of cool. You know, I'm not going to say my fill was cool, but like the one I did at the start. And you will see that it instantly transforms that fill. So it's as simple as that. Just play with your dynamics. Make sure you're not hitting everything the same volume. Play around with like changing different parts or even just like bringing it up and down again. Dynamics is really key to what makes any music sound good, if I'm honest with you. So that's the quick tip. So I'm going to play a little bit more for you just to show you in context what it looks like if you're using dynamics in your playing, whether it's with a groove or a fill, just so you can understand what I'm rambling about today. So I hope you found that useful. I really love doing tutorials like this, just quick, simple tutorials for beginners, because that's what I do for a job. So I like to do that more here on YouTube. So I want to say a big thank you. Anyone who's watched to this point of the video, that means you are a hero and a legend. And speaking of legends, I can't even make these videos without a little bit of help from some of my friends. And that friend right now is DistroKid. So those of you who have been watching me for a long time know that I often talk about DistroKid. And yes, I talk about it a lot. So you know by now that they're awesome. You keep 100% of your royalties. You can upload everywhere. But I've got something new to tell you about them today. DistroKid have just launched their mobile app. So now that DistroKid is on iPhone, you get unlimited uploads from wherever you are. And it's the easiest way to get your music there. You can literally be sent a mix by your producer and be like, this is the one. I have it on my phone. That's going straight on Spotify. But it's not just Spotify. You can upload to Amazon, Tidal, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. You name it, it will go on there. And as I mentioned before, you do keep 100% of your royalties. Not to mention with a membership, you also get unlimited songs. You can also track your stats from your phone, which is so handy, man. I know that one of the hardest things about social media is trying to not get too caught up in the stats. But when it comes to that song and you're like, this is a bop, this is going to hit, you want to keep track of how well it's doing. So I know that it's nice that you now have that convenience in the palm of your hand. One last little feature to mention as well is that you will get notified, bing, straight on your phone as your money hits the bank. And not to fear, I know I said that it's an app for iPhone, but I have been told by my friends over at DistroKid that it is coming to Android very soon. So if you're an Android user like me, fear not, because they are making it for us, all right? Thank you so much for watching today's video. I appreciate the heck out of you. Make sure to hit the like button for me. Comment down below any tutorials you'd like to see from me about drums, even streaming tutorials. I'd like to do some tutorials all about my setup. And finally, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. I hope this comes in handy. Let me know how you get on with all of your dynamic experimentation. And as per usual, whatever you're doing today, go out and smash it. Cowbell. Random. Twice now.